In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to crochet the solid shell stitch. This is an absolute crochet classic. It is nice and simple to make with just a 2-row repeat. To begin, pop a slip knot onto your hook. Now the pattern multiple for the solid shell stitch is 6 plus 2. Now all that means is you're going to chain in multiples of 6, 6, 6, 6 all the way across and then add 2 chains right at the very end. I'm just making a small sample today, so I'm going to chain 24 for my multiple of 6, then add 2 chains at the very end for a total of 26 chains. Once you have your multiple of 6 plus 2 chains, we're going to begin by working into the second chain from our hook. Now this loop on your hook does not count as anything. You only want to count these fully formed chains hanging down below. So 1, 2, and into that second chain, work 1 single crochet. Now skip 2 chains, 1, 2, and into the next, work 5 double crochet. So skip 2 chains, 5 double crochet into the next chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then skip 2 chains, 1, 2, and single crochet into the next. We're going to repeat this all the way down the row. Skip 2 chains, 5 double crochet in the next. So skip, skip, then work 5 double crochets all into that same chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then skip 2 chains, 1, 2, and single crochet into the next. So you're repeating the little sequence all the way down. Skip 2 chains, work 5 double crochet into the next, then skip 2 chains and work a single crochet into the next. That little sequence is what we're going to be repeating. You should end with a single crochet into that very last chain. Now rows 2 and 3 are the pattern repeat rows for the solid shell stitch. So all that means is rows 2 and 3 are the rows you're going to repeat over and over and over again until your project is the length that you want it to be. For row 2, the start of these 2-row pattern repeats, we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, which counts as your first double crochet, and then turn your work. Then working into the top of that single crochet where you just chained from, work 2 double crochets into that same place. 1 and 2. So you start row 2 with a chain 3, turn and work 2 double crochets into that same spot, so the top of that single crochet. So as we work along the row itself, each of your solid shells is made up of 5 double crochets, all worked into the same place. If you rotate it around a little bit, you can see the tops of these stitches. We're going to skip the first 2 double crochets of your shell. So skip 2 and single crochet into the next. So we're working into the top of the middle double crochet, so the third double crochet of your group of 5 from the row below. So skip 2 double crochets, single crochet into the next. Then skip the next 2 double crochets, and we're going to work into the single crochet in between. So we have 2 stitches here, we skip those, find your single crochet and work 5 double crochets into that stitch. So we're working a shell of 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Your shells will always sit in between your shells from the row below. Then skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, single crochet into the next. Skip 2 stitches and work a 5 double crochet shell into the next. So you work your 5 double crochets to form a shell into the top of the single crochet from the row below. I do find it's easier to just skip 2 each time rather than trying to identify the stitch. But if it helps to identify the stitch for you, you can think of it as a single crochet into the middle double crochet of the shell, and then your 5 double crochet shell into the top of the single crochet from the row below. We're going to repeat this all the way across until you have run out of these spaces in between your shells to work. So skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, single crochet into the top of the shell from the row below, skip 2 stitches and create a new shell into the single crochet from the row below. And your shell is 5 double crochets all into the same place. Once you've made your shell, skip 2 stitches and single crochet into the top of the shell from the row below. Once you get over to the other side and you have run out of shells to work in between with a new shell, right here at the end into the top of that last stitch, so again skip 2 stitches into this end stitch, your single crochet, we're going to work half a shell, which is just 3 double crochet. So work 3 double crochet into that very last stitch. It's 1, that's 2, and that is 3. For row 3 is the second of these 2 repeat rows. We're going to chain 1, turn our work, and work 1 single crochet into the top of that stitch where you just chained from. Then we're going to skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, and work a new shell into the top of the single crochet from the row below. So skip 2 and work your 5 double crochets into the top of the single crochet from the row below. So it's 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then just as we did on the row below, we are going to skip 2 stitches, single crochet in the next, skip 2 stitches and create a new shell in the next. Your new shells are always worked into the single crochets from the row below, and your single crochets are always worked into the middle of the shell from the row below. So skip 2 and work 5 double crochets into the next stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, skip 2 stitches, single crochet into the next. Keep alternating this all the way along until you run out of space in between the shells from the row below to work a new shell. Skip 2, 1, 2, and form a new shell into the next stitch, which will be your single crochet. So just work your 5 double crochets to form your little solid shell. Skip 2 stitches, single crochet into the next. Skip 2 stitches, work a new shell. We're right over to the other side now. That's my 5th, oops, that was my 5th. This is my 5th double crochet of that shell. I'm right over to the other side. There are 3 stitches left. I'm going to skip 2, 1, 2, and work a single crochet into the top of my chain 3, my turning chain from the row below. I'm also going to change colour in this stitch. If you were continuing in the same colour, then just finish your single crochet as normal. If you want to change colour, then drop the colour you're currently working with, bring in your new colour, put it over your hook and draw it through those 2 loops to complete your single crochet. You can then trim your old colour, leaving a nice long end for weaving in. And from this point on, you are simply going to be repeating rows 2 and 3 over and over and over. The main difference between rows 2 and 3 is how they start and end. So let's do a really quick recap. So a recap of the first of these 2 pattern repeat rows. So we'll be repeating row 2. You're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. That chain 3 counts as your first double crochet. Turn your work and work 2 more double crochets into the top of that same stitch to form half a shell. So we have a shell of just 3 stitches to begin. Then working across the width of your project, skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, single crochet into the next, skip 2 stitches and work a shell into the next. Your shell is 5 double crochets in the same spot. So 1, 2 are skipped and then 5 double crochet to form your shell. Skip 2 stitches, single crochet in the next, skip 2 stitches, shell in the next. Work this all the way across to the other side. Then when you have reached the far edge, to end this first pattern repeat row, so row 2, skip 2 and end with 3 double crochets into that very last stitch to form half a shell. So this pale pink row was simply a repeat of row 2. Then you would repeat row 3. So chain 1, turn your work and work a single crochet into the top of that stitch where you just chained from. Then skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, and work a shell into the next. So 5 double crochet into the next. Skip 2 stitches, single crochet into the next. Skip 2 stitches, 5 double crochet into the next. Repeat that, alternating with the skipping 2 stitches, single crochet, skip 2 stitches, 5 double crochet all the way across. Then when you reach the other side, skip 2 stitches and end with a single crochet into the top of your turning chain. So you're going to keep repeating rows 2 and 3 over and over again until your project is the length that you want it to be. Once it is the length that you want it to be and you have just finished your final repeat of row 3, you've made your very last single crochet. To end your project, you're going to chain 1, snip your yarn, leaving a nice long end for weaving in, pull that through, up, out, pull it tight, and your solid shell project will be complete. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please do let me know what you think of the solid shell stitch down in the comment section below. And until next time, happy crocheting. Bye.